What's going on, y'all? Machiavelli Mills TV. So all of Chicago didn't seen it. If you into the drill music scene, you didn't seen it too. Lil Jay Double O allegedly was in jail with one of the transsexuals sitting on his lap in jail, kissing him, all of that, right? Now, Lil J said it wasn't him. It wasn't him with the gay guy that's dressed up like a female. It wasn't him with the gay guy sitting on his lap and he was kissing him. Lil J said it wasn't him. They lying on his name. They lying on his name. How come we see another video in Cook County Jail of Lil J choking up one of the transsexuals in jail, choking him up, right? And the transsexual say, well, he choked me because he say he choked me because I didn't come see what he wanted, right? So now it's looking bad for Lil J, you know? And y'all, let me say this. A lot of people, a lot of the gangsters in them jails be doing that a lot more than y'all know, okay? And I know this because one of my uncles was a correctional officer in the prisons. You know what I mean? In the jails. All right? He was a correctional officer. He's seen this type of activity a lot. With a lot of these the biggest gang banging dudes you can think of was out there with boyfriends in jail. Now they get on the outside world, they deny it, they lie and say it wasn't them, they wasn't doing this, they wasn't doing that. My uncle say he saw them messing around with each other and have a woman come visit him. A woman come visit him talking about that's his girlfriend. But in jail, he got a boyfriend. It be really going on like that, man. And y'all, let me tell you, I remember, I'll never forget, my uncle told me this story, right? He say he's a CO in one of the prisons. And he say one day they sitting around here working here, oh. And he say, what the hell is that? Right? So him and his other fellow CO, they go to see what it is. Y'all, when they get to the cell, this is pretty graphic, so hope y'all not eating or nothing or whatever, but I'm just letting y'all know, right? They look in the cell where they hear the noise coming from. One of the inmates is stuck inside of the other inmate's butt, right? Both of those men, big, tough ass, strong men, was in there having sex with each other, and one of them got stuck. All right, and they had to get some other COs, the medical people or something came and help get the other one out of the other one to help pull him out of the other one, right? And I was like, what? My uncle told me this years ago. He said it was the craziest stuff I ever seen in my life. So he told me a lot of the men be up in there doing it all the time. Big gang banging dudes that people fear on the street. They be in there living like that, right? And this is what it is. This is what happens, man. A lot of them individuals, y'all, a lot of them big gang banging dudes, they hypersexual as fuck. All right. When you talk to a lot of them dudes that be in the streets gang banging, a lot of them lost their virginity at 7 and 8 when their cousin made them hop on top of a girl while they was running the train on a grown woman or something. Had their 8-year-old cousin hop on top and run the train on the girl too. That's how a lot of them street dudes lost their virginity and some wild ass shit like that. And from that point of being 8, 9, they were hypersexual. Always wanting sexual encounters, always looking for the next sexual encounter, having a strong appetite for sex where they couldn't go without it for a week, couldn't go a couple of days without it. Y'all know a few dudes like this in y'all hood, right? They got a strong appetite for sex. They can't go 2-3 days without it. They going fucking crazy, losing their fucking mind, pulling their hair out. What y'all think they doing when they go to the county jail? Dudes that got a high sexual appetite like that? Oh no, that shit ain't turning off when they go to jail. Dudes that can't breathe without it, can't live without it. They up in there trying to scratch that itch. All right? And according to my uncle, he told me, it's men in there walking around with breasts like women and ass like women, pause. Okay? And them dudes be in there losing their mind, right? First of all, let's talk about it. A lot of them dudes that's in jail, they will freak a hype. A hype is a crackhead. They will have sex with a crackhead. Anybody, because they so hypersexual, they looking for whatever they can get at any moment. Y'all know, dude, y'all seen that meme where it's a woman that look like she's on drugs or under some type of influence, or she's heavily addicted to some type of narcotics. Her legs are behind her head and there's some dude holding her legs back. And the meme said somewhere it's a trucker that got a crackhead in the back of his truck doing this to her. Freaking the crackhead like this, right? Like this. Some of these dudes out here would mess with a crackhead, mess with a prostitute. They don't know what she got, whatever, just because they got the urge like that. So it don't shock me that a lot of these dudes in there doing what Lil Jay, or allegedly what Lil Jay was doing. He said it wasn't him, but it all looked awfully like him. Looked just like him with the hair, with the tattoo, looked just like him. Lil Jay was kissing, allegedly. And on the camera, it looked like it was Lil Jay kissing the dude. Had the dude sit on his lap and all type of stuff. Right? It just looked crazy. You know what I mean? And yeah, what happens is these dudes that's what they be trying to, they be living that lifestyle. Living that lifestyle in jail and thinking and hoping nobody will find out. Unfortunately, somebody that work at the county jail releasing footage after footage of every known Chicago rapper in there, stuff they was doing, whether they was trying to go with the PC, whether they was trying to get away from some enemies, whether they was snitching, whether, you know what I mean, you see alleged homosexual activity. Somebody fed up. Somebody fed up with the Chicago rappers and say, I'm releasing all this shit. Somebody probably just got fired from the county and say, look, I'm releasing all this footage. I can't get in trouble. I ain't gonna go down with the ship, so fuck it. And they releasing all this stuff. And the police don't care that this stuff is being released because they want a lot of the rappers to be exposed so they can not be idolized and not be revered in the street anyway. So they won't influence another generation to be like them or whatever. But and however, they will clown out the dude that was involved in the video, but sometimes it don't stop the street shit from occurring, or the street influence from spreading to the babies and the youth, which we trying to end for sure, right? But yeah, listen, my uncle told me, man, it's some dudes in there like in some of the, my uncle heard in some parts of the county, if you get your walkie-talkie or your badge swiped from you by one of the inmates, if you get that mug taken by one of them, you will get it commandeered. You will lose your job, right? You lose your walkie-talkie, lose your badge, you get fired, right? And you got some of them dudes there's some of them dudes in there are such sexual deviants. They will swipe a female inmate's walkie-talkie or a badge and coerce them into having sex with them because they notice the female CO. I'm sorry, female inmate, female CO. Don't want to lose her job. She probably got kids. She don't want to lose her job. And allegedly, some of them inmates will swipe that walkie-talkie and say, okay, you want this walkie-talkie back? Come give me oral sex or whatever, right? And they probably might be doing it with men too. Ain't no telling, man. Listen, it's dudes in there living a whole lifestyle. I will never forget, I'm watching MSNBC Lockup, right? Watching that. And on MSNBC Lockup, it was a dude in there who was a street dude, right? And in there, he had a dude that was like his wife, waiting on him hand and foot, putting his shoes on for him, having his clothes all neat, folded, and all type of stuff, bringing him something to drink in the morning, bringing him coffee, like it was his wife or his woman. And the dude, like, yeah, you know, this mom, this, and the it's not funny, I'm not, but the way he was saying it, he was like, you know, the gay guy was like, you know, this is basically he serves him. That's his man. And the other dude was like, the one who was posing as a straight guy was like, hey, you know, I don't do this on a regular basis. I'm only doing this because I'm in here. I got to figure something out in here. I'm in here, so that's the only reason why I'm doing this. Bruh, knock it the fuck off. You doing that in jail, and then you going out there messing with women, running around messing with women, impregnating them, and all type of crazy stuff, right? And that's not okay, because I'm not trying to be funny or denigrating to anybody that is gay or anything like that. But we know that when sexual diseases can get, I believe, now y'all can correct me if I'm wrong, can get transferred quicker through anal sex, I believe. I think it's a higher risk of getting certain sexual diseases or, you know, infections, so on and so forth through anal sex. And then they go and they not using protection in jail and nothing like that. They come out and they go mess with women and, you know, and stuff gets passed along, so on and so forth, right? I'm not saying that stuff can't get passed along through heterosexual sex, because it can. Straight individuals can pass diseases. It happens all the time, right? But what I'm saying is that there's a higher risk at times of men engaging in homosexual activity unprotected while they in jail. They mess around with all these other dudes, and these other dudes already got stuff or whatever, and then coming out and passing it to a woman because they not living their truth. They living They living a closeted lifestyle, right? So yeah, man, them dudes in there hypersexual. They've been having sex for since they was little kids in crazy, wild sex situations, getting head in a circle from one girl, all type of crazy stuff they've been doing all their life, right? Been having sex since they was 7 and 8. So their appetite is high. They got urges to have sex in the middle of the day. They can't go. See me, I can go a while without it. You know what I mean? I love sex just as much as the next man, but I can go a while without it. It's some men that I knew in my neighborhood talk about how they couldn't go a week without it. 2 weeks, they damn near kill themselves. So what they doing when they go to jail? You can only imagine, all right? A lot of them dudes get tired of using their hand. They want to do something else. You know what I mean? So, yeah, man, it's not far-fetched for me to believe because I had an uncle who was a CO and was telling me, man, them dudes was out there, had dudes in the cell with them, all that. Dudes bringing them all type of treats and snacks. Gay guys in jail and they messing with them, man. They be their boyfriend. You know what I mean? In jail, and they come out acting like nothing happened. Got girls coming to see them, talking about how they love them, and they love them, and they got a dude in jail that they loving on for real. That they making love to. Pause. But you know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, like, so, you know, it's not surprising that this go on, because like I said, a lot of them dudes can't even control themselves on the outside. They go on the inside, man. They go to animals. Listen, jail, when you're deprived of certain things in general, you got people that like all different type of stuff, right? Even if you're not sex crazed, you may be addicted to sweets. In jail, men will kill another man over a damn honey bun. My uncle them told me men will stab somebody you take one of these snacks and treats because it's not in there. They're not allowed to have those things. They're not giving those on a regular basis. You know, that's something you gotta buy. You ain't just giving, they not giving that to everybody. So somebody take your honey bun, your Rice Krispie treat, you ready to kill. Cause you don't have access to it, man. You don't. You know what I mean? Then you got like with anything, you might have some dudes ready to fight over coffee, ready to fight over cigarettes, because it's not a lot of it. It's not an abundance of it. You can't get it openly and freely. They will fucking kill you, bash your head in for that, right? Look how those urges for those things send men over the top. So just imagine a man that's a sex addict. Some of them dudes in there, they lose their fucking mind and they go and do whatever they can do. And they will be doing another inmate. That's a man, right? Some dudes in there will mess with COs, correctional officer, female correctional officers, so on and so forth, because they can manipulate them into doing that. Or some of the correctional officers are lonely. They ain't got no man at home, so they're easy to finesse if the men are good talkers and they're good, you know, and they can use their words real well. Like I made a video the other day about a man being able to use his vocabulary, being able to have good wordplay, being able to talk and charm a woman with his words and have her enamored with them. They be having sex with the female COs, right? But then you got others who are not able to do that, right? And some men who probably just always been that way and closeted and don't want nobody to know. A lot of them always been like that and don't want nobody to know, right? So they go in there now, they can actually live out the life they want to live behind jail, behind closed doors in jail. But it be people in there knowing about it, right? And some people don't say nothing because they doing the same thing, or some people just mind their business. But yeah, that stuff happen a lot. So it's not shocking, it's not surprising, man, because my uncle told me how the people be in there be living and what they be doing. Come out into the free world, act like they never did nothing in all the time they was there. And that's a damn lie. It's a lie. You even got dudes, man, I don't know, some dudes can't get what they want and turn into predators preying on other inmates in any type of way, trying to coerce them with certain favors to do this and do that, to do sexual favors and all type of crazy shit from what I heard my uncle say, you know? But a lot of times when dudes be messing with dudes in jail who are already, you know, living the homosexual life or living in the gay lifestyle, they seek them out, right? And now they messing with each other. Then you see them having lovers' quarrels, right? And some people are alleging that's what was going on in the video where Lil Jay was choking up the transgender. I don't think is it count as transgender if you don't got the sex change, I don't think. But you know, person who is identifying as a woman, you know, and acting like a woman, trying to dress like a woman in jail. He was messing with one of the gay guys in jail, choking him up. And the gay guy said he choked me up because I didn't come see what he wanted, you know? And You could tell he didn't want to get Lil Jay in trouble for real, but he was just tired of being, Lil Jay probably was harassing him on a regular basis. And he say, shit, I'm tired of this. I got to tell on dude ass to get dude off my, off his bumper. Pause. Let me stop being silly, man. But you know what I mean, man. Yeah, so, yeah, it's a lot of that don't shock me, man. A lot of the biggest, toughest dudes be in jail acting like, savages and losing their mind and engaging in sex with men and then acting like they're not doing it. And shoot, believe it or not, man, I can believe a lot of the big gang bangers that some people know in different hoods across Chicago and different hoods across all the states. It's some of the biggest gang bangers and killers some people know from the neighborhood doing that on a regular basis. They living their life. And don't nobody telling their secrets. Because one, they scared to get hit up from the dude themselves. Or they living their life themselves. Or they just like, listen, that ain't my business. I'm going to just stay to my business. But what Lil Jay got going on, allegedly, I'm going to say allegedly, you know what I mean? What he got going on is, what he allegedly got going on, I believe that happens a lot. But it's wild seeing that footage. Because he's saying that ain't him in that video with kissing the gay guy and having the gay guy sitting on his lap. It looked just like him. And all the other people that was walking around were acting like it's a regular day in the regular day in the neighborhood, regular day in the cell block where they just go on and they looking like that's just what he do. That's just what he do. But I'm like, damn, Lil Jay double O, that look, what is going on, man? What's going on, bud? And he came out, when he first came out of jail, he was denying it. When there was rumors that he was gay, people were saying that back then. And he's saying he not. They lying on his name. He talked about how he been having sex with girls for the longest of time. And he been doing that when he was a shorty, woo. But again, he's saying, now, I don't know. I don't know for a fact if it was him, but it's not looking good. Because when he said it wasn't him in that other video, somebody made sure to drop the other footage of him choking out one of the gay dudes that showed, listen, he was having lovers quarrels in jail. They ain't looking too good now. It's not looking in his favor. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, he was saying it wasn't him. Now it's looking like, hey, we hearing otherwise, dog. We hearing otherwise. And again, like I told y'all, dudes that say, oh, I've been having sex since I was a shorty. I've been hitting hella broads. I've been smashing chicks since I was a shorty. All that shit don't mean nothing to me. Because again, I know them dudes is hypersexual they've been fucking, excuse my language, been fucking since they was 9 and 8. A lot of them hypersexual as hell. They will hump on anything they can. Anything they can to get off. So there's a lot of dudes in college that I knew that was hypersexual. And they was out here living like Lil Jay. Messing with girls and behind closed doors messing with dudes too. And you can pick up in a vibe and all that, and you hearing rumors. The gay guys they was messing with was telling the girls, and the girls was running back telling the dudes, all of that, telling everybody what was going on. I knew a few hypersexual dudes down at my university that was like that, and they was living double lifestyles. All right? You know, no pun intended when I say the lifestyles. But you know what I'm saying? I ain't talking about the condoms, but double lifestyles. For sure. So, yeah, it doesn't surprise me at all, man. But it's crazy. Whoever in Cook County Jail releasing this footage and don't give a fuck about what nobody got to think. And they entertaining the whole Chicago and the world because people were living and dying by these words of these rappers. And you know, like Lil Jay was a pioneer of the drill music. You know, he's an adversary of Chief Keef and Lil Durk and Lil Reese and them. He was an adversary, an enemy of them. And it was people that was clinging on his every word. And again, not saying he probably wasn't tough, but you get discredited, people find out you was out here living like that. People look at you funny, people clown you out, people don't have respect for you in that ilk, because they like, look at you living a life that, you know, that you say you wasn't living, being something you not, and wasn't living in your truth. And they come back to haunt you if you ain't living in your truth. You know what I mean? And it's crazy, because the Boondocks is like, this shit, everything in the Boondocks is coming to reality. They talked about gay gangster rappers and all that. They talked about all of that stuff in the show, and how men was gonna start dressing like women where you couldn't tell the difference, wearing skirts, wearing purses, getting their nails painted, all wearing open toe sandals with their nails painted, and they said that shit was gonna happen. They said that was gonna happen. So look at this shit, like, you know what I'm saying? This shit is happening, and it look crazy. It look crazy out here, man. Y'all know I ain't lying. Machiavelli Mills TV. I heard somebody laughing outside the door. I was like, who the hell is that? Machiavelli Mills TV. Like the video. Leave the comments in the comment section below. Subscribe to the channel. I'm out. Peace.